Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for the 22nd of June 2023. Today's Millwall news. It was a big day today. It was fixture release day. And here we go. These are the fixtures from millwallfc.co.uk. You missed it as the next game there is that's the pre-season friendly when we're not playing Gillingham in the league. The first league game is away to Middlesbrough. Yeah. So was that our longest journey, or would Sunderland be the longest journey? So yeah, there you go. And it makes me wonder. It does make me wonder why. So our pre-season friendlies have been hyper local, especially in terms of its league clubs. So we've got Gillingham away, we've got Sutton away, then we've got Charlton at home, and Fortuna Sittard at home. It's super local. So I'm wondering if the club knew that they were going to get Middlesbrough away the first game, and they were trying to keep everything pre-season compact and local. Because I believe the situation used to be that the clubs would get sent a draft fixture list, and then they would scribble on it saying, "I don't want this, switch this. Can we have a home game here or something?" And they would do that, and then send it back. And then the people doing the fixtures would change it slightly, trying to accommodate. They wouldn't give them everything they wanted, but they would try to accommodate what they wanted to change. And that's why I didn't see it this year, but in previous years, you get people telling you, "Oh, I know what our fixtures are. It's going to be this, this, and this." Because the draft version would get out, it would get leaked, or someone would tell someone else. And then obviously it will get out, and then you come day and you think, "Oh, I know I've read online it's going to be Stoke at home," and then you get the actual fixture list and it's nothing what those people said. And I think it's that situation where there's a draft, they've seen the draft, so I wonder if Millwall saw the draft. I thought Millers are away. Okay, well all of our friendlies may have to be close to home then. And that is the case. Maybe that is the case. So yeah, shall we just have a quick scroll through, and then I'm going to go on to Gary Rowett speaking about it, and then I'm going to come back and have a little look. So just pick things out as you see them. Obviously, the first Leeds game is at the 10th, 16th of September. I'm sure a lot of you are looking for that one. A lot of people complaining that Plymouth away is midweek, and something else is midweek as well. Oh, Sheffield Wednesday. I think Sheffield Wednesday away was midweek. No, it's Saturday. Ipswich it was. Ipswich is midweek. That's in November as well. So yeah. Oh, Leicester as well. Leicester away, the other big team that's come down from the Premier League. That's midweek as well. Boxing Day, the game before Christmas on Saturday the 23rd is Stoke away. Boxing Day is QPR at home. Bit of a weird one. Never normally play QPR on occasions like this. The game after that is Norwich at the 10. So we've got two home games during Christmas, which I'm sure is going to stretch a lot of people's finances. And again, the first game of the new year, 2024, away, Bristol City. That was the case a couple of years ago as well, wasn't it? And then we got them in the FA Cup. Played them twice in a week. What else you want on Loftus Road there in January? Again, the second Ipswich game. Both Ipswich games are midweek. Home and away. Blackburn Rovers away midweek again. Midweek this season. Leeds away, 16th of March. Why is that? That's, I believe, is that? So that should be a crazy one because isn't that Paddy's Day weekend? Isn't Paddy's Day the 17th? So I'm sure that will be a crazy one. Friday, the 29th of March. That is obviously Easter Friday, Good Friday. We've got a home game on the Good Friday. 3 o'clock kickoff. No way that will be a 3 o'clock kickoff. Definitely going to get moved. West Bromwich Albion. And the Easter Monday is always Rotherham. Rotherham United. And our running, a bit tough, to say the least. Leicester, midweek. Again. Both Leicester games midweek. Plymouth Argyle on Saturday. Sunderland. But Sunderland third last game. Plymouth second last game. And away. So if we need a result, we have to go away to Swansea and have to suffer their boring pass, kick it up, pass, lose the ball, get it back, pass. And everyone will be bored to fucking death. So there you go. But yeah, that was just a quick run through. Now, what does Gary Rowett think about that? What do you think he thinks about that? Not a lot. He doesn't really care. So this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London News Online website. Millwall boss Gary Rowett gives his verdict on 23-24 Championship fixture schedule. One thing to note, in the previous videos I mentioned about the new Sky deal, I thought it was starting next season, or this season that's coming up. It's not. It's starting next season, so games that I just showed you, some of them will get moved for Sky, but it's not going to be as crazy as it will next season when there's more and more games on TV. So yeah, it's not the coming up season, it's the season after 24-25 that Sky will absolutely mess with the fixtures. Gary Rowett has given his verdict on Mill's 23-24 Championship fixture schedule and explained why he does not get too hung up on the way the matches break down. The Lions kick things off with an away game at Middlesbrough on August the 5th. It's a tough opening fixture, but if you look at last season, then we played all the top teams in the first 5 or 6 away games, Rowett told the South London Press. It's certainly not that like that this time around. If you look at their form since Michael's come in, I know they've tailed off a tiny bit at the end and couldn't quite get there, but they were really impressive and it's one to look forward to and embrace. I look for the opening 5 or 6 as a bit of a cluster and your final 5 or 6, and you look for Christmas. I'll be really honest, as a manager, you don't really take much stock in the fixtures because, for example, we had a period just before the last 6 or 7 where everyone said, oh, if you can get through those last 6 or 7, they look quite good. And we had really good results in that period, like Sheffield United. We didn't really quite do so well in the last 5 or 6, yeah. Games we were supposed to win obviously crumbled. Huddersfield, Wigan, yeah. I genuinely think it doesn't matter. It's about your consistency over the season. You look at Boxing Day, I look at Boxing Day and New Year's Day. Where are we? Because I've got to travel back home. You end up looking more selfishly at key dates for yourself, rather than thinking all that season, all that's not so good. Because it just doesn't work like that. You don't know who's strong and who's not strong, and who's going to be the top teams and who's going to be who isn't going to be the top teams. It makes it quite difficult to predict your season based on how the fixtures have fallen. There is often the suggestion that it is better to face the relegated Championship teams early on as they adjust to the new division, as well as a potential exodus of prized talent towards the end of the transfer window. The same train of thought is that clubs coming up tend to have retained confidence from their form in the opening weeks. Every season you look at it now, I don't think there are any games that look easy, said Rowett. There just isn't any of those games. Well, I would say Rotherham, QPR, Cardiff, Ipswich, Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday have come up. So if you're not looking at any of those and thinking, oh, that's an easy winnable game, then the 3 Premier League teams come down and the rest of the teams are your Stokes, your West Broms and your Middlesbroughs, and the reality is there's none that look at you favourably. You look at the whole and I think it's about us. It's about us getting some form and getting some consistency. The only thing that matters is periods like we had last year where we played Sheffield, where we played Swansea on a Tuesday night and then we were at Norwich on a Friday night. And those are the periods you look for within the fixtures, more from a logistical point of view. And all that's a good period. We should get some points. Indeed. So let's do that, as Gary Rowett suggested, and look at it logistically. So obviously, this is not good that we go on the long journey to Middlesbrough, and then on Tuesday we've got the League Cup game against Reading. That's there. More on that later. Yeah, we got Reading in the League Cup, by the way. So that's at home. So we've got to travel, but I'm sure there's going to be squad rotation. But there are rules on squad rotation in the League Cup. You need to play a certain amount of players. That started in the game. If you don't, you can get fined. But luckily enough, the next league game is at home, so that's fair enough. Then we go Saturday, and then we go Birmingham City away. And after that, there's a gap. Why is there a gap? International week. So that would be what, the 9th of September. So 9th of September, International week. Obviously, we've got a few internationals. I don't know how many international Leeds have, but not we got get a whole 2 weeks to prepare for that game, and hopefully get a good result for it. Then, luckily enough, we've got a game after that midweek, Rotherham United, but it's at the Den, so that's helpful, and that's going to should be an easier game. Like I said, that's probably one of the few that you could say should be easy. And then 3 days after that, because that's on a Wednesday, we've got to go up to West Bromwich Albion, play Jed Wallace and them. So that might be a bit tricky. Then we've got a week to recover after that. Again, Plymouth Argyle midweek. Not the best of things, but after that, when the game before that and after that are home games, so that's okay. It's not two away games in a row. Again, and even after that journey, so we play Hull, but then after that, you can see there's a gap again. So that would be 14th of October, another international break, and we go away to Preston on the 21st. A few days later, the 24th, midweek, Blackburn Rovers at home. But luckily enough, the game on the Saturday is an away game, but it's Watford, so that's helpful. So it's not too bad. A local away game after doing Saturday, midweek Saturday. Then we've got Southampton at home, Sheffield Wednesday away. Oh, these are Saturday. Next midweek game, home. So we've got home game against Coventry. Midweek we go away to Ipswich Town. Then we're back at home again. We haven't got 2 away games in a row in terms of midweek and then Saturday. I haven't seen one yet. So that's not bad. It's kind of favourable for us. Then we go Saturday, and then the Wednesday. So this might be a bit tricky. This is the first time when we got 2 away games in a row where we go Saturday midweek. Cardiff on the 9th of December. Leicester City on the 13th of December on a Wednesday. And then after that we got a home game on the 16th of December. And then we're back to, we got the week. So that December's looking a bit rough because we go Cardiff away, Leicester City away midweek, back at home for Huddersfield. A week later we've got Stoke away, and then we come back and we've got Boxing Day against QPR at the Den. Luckily enough, 3 days later after that, again Friday because it's Christmas, we got Norwich City at the Den. So that's not too bad. But then after that, probably another one of our longest trips, probably in terms of distance, not in time, I guess, going down the M4. But you don't know how busy the M4 is going to be on around the holidays in terms of going to Heathrow and maybe coming back, maybe not going out there. I don't know, but yeah. Then we go away. So obviously Friday to Monday, Bristol City away. And then there's a gap, presumably for the FA Cup third round. So depending who we get in that, whether it's a home or away and how far it is, that might be a problem. Then we go back to Saturday. In terms of we're at the Den, we cross London to go to QPR, and then we're back at the Den again. So the end of January is not too bad. Beginning, still probably recovering from that busy Christmas period. And then going into February, Saturday, and we got the midweek on Valentine's Day again. They love putting games on Valentine's Day, don't they? Especially at the Den. They love it. They love it. So we got Coventry away. Then we come back to the Den, but again, not two away games in a row, because after that we were at the Den again. So that's not too bad. Logistically, looking at it logistically, rather than like where you're travelling and how you're travelling, it's not too bad. Then we go Saturday at the Den against Watford in March. Midweek, we have to travel all the way out to Blackburn, and then on the next Saturday we come back and play Birmingham at home, which I think should be another easy game because I think they're still in a bit of trouble. So that might not be too bad. And then we got the week after, we got Saturday. There's a gap there again. I don't know if there's an international break there or if that's just they've given them extra time to get to. It probably is an international break actually. So that's not ideal to have an international break and then go into the Easter. That's not ideal at all. That is, if there is an international break there around, what would that be, the 24th? Would it be the 24th? Yeah, the 24th. It's obviously Good Friday at the Den, and then Monday up to Rotherham. A bit of a short turnaround. Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Monday, and then Saturday, Sunday, and then you have to go up to Rotherham on the Monday. Of course, like I said, hopefully they'll get their West Brom game moved up to 12. Probably not ideal for a lot of you. In terms of the players, that means a lot. Having those extra that extra time to recover, absolutely massive. Especially when you got 2 days off, Saturday, Sunday off, and you've got to go up to Rotherham. They'll probably go up to Rotherham Sunday night, I imagine. So yeah. And then we go here. So we've got Huddersfield away on a Saturday after that, or Easter. Come back again midweek against Leicester at the Den. Cardiff at the Den on that next Saturday. So that's, like I said, not too bad. We don't really have anywhere where there's two away games, just the one that we saw earlier. There's not too many where it's midweek, weekend, and it's two away games in a row. And then the end is the end. It's just Saturday, isn't it? So yeah, logistically, just looking at where you're traveling and when, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah. So talking about the Carabao Cup, here we go. Is anyone bothered? I'm really sour on this now. I used to be a big proponent of it. I used to go to the games. I don't really care, to be honest with you, now. And this is just like powder puff nonsense now. I don't really care. Millwall will host Reading at the Den in the Carabao Cup first round. The two clubs have pulled out against each other on Thursday's draw and will be battle for a place in the week commencing Monday the 7th of August. The Lions and the Royals met twice in the Sky Bet Championship last season, with the now League One outfit winning 1-0 in 2016 before Gareth outside replayed the favour at the Select Car Leasing Stadium. The full details for the tie, including confirmed date, kick-off time and ticket selling arrangements, will be confirmed in due course. Having said that, if they put it on streaming, I would probably buy it and watch it. I doubt I'm going to go to this game if it was at Reading on my. Yeah, nah. Moving on to this that popped up at 5 p.m. just in time for all the commuters travelling home to get on their phones Get this story somewhere in the links or on the forums. Click on it and read it, and get this company some ad revenue. This is footballinsider247.com. And what are they saying? What are they saying? Sources. This is from Charlotte Cohen. Who's that? Burnley are plotting a move for Millwall attacker Zian Flemming. Sources have told Football Insider. Flemming, 24, was one of the standout performers in the Championship last season after his arrival from Eredivisie side Fortuna Sittard last summer. The attacking midfielder scored 15 league goals and provided 3 assists as Millwall narrowly missed out on the Championship playoffs. Burnley boss Vincent Kompany is a big admirer of Flemming and sees him as someone who can make the step up to the Premier League with his Claret's side. The midfielder previously spent several years in Ajax's youth setup before making a permanent move to Zwolle in 2018 after spending 10 years in the Dutch Giants Academy. Kompany is now looking to bring in Flemming after an impressive debut campaign where he made 44 appearances across all competitions for Millwall. The midfielder was in the starting lineup for 40 of those outings after suffering an injury at the start of the season. Millwall finished 8th in the English second tier last season, just 2 points behind playoff finalists Coventry. As quoted by the Southwark News, Flemming said he was proud of having managed to adjust to life in England, given the high intensity of the league. The midfielder had been frustrated by an injury at the start of his English Championship journey, but once he returned to action towards the end of August, he found everything went really well. Yeah, what is this story? They're plotting a move. What does that mean? Have they made an offer? Does it say? Are they thinking of making an offer? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think he can do better than Burnley, to be honest. I think they're a team that they're favourites to go down. You can see probably why they're being linked with him. I think Vincent Kompany, he's Belgium. I don't know which side of the Belgium he's on, whether he's the French side or the Walloon side. But I'm sure he'll probably have a lot of admiration for Netherlands players, Dutch players. Yeah, but unless I don't, unless they're gonna blow us away with an offer we can't refuse, I think we should refuse it. I think Flemming can do better now. I think he'll understand. I don't think this is going to be his only opportunity. You think you've had one season, you've scored 15 goals, 3 assists, and you missed the first month of the season. You probably, if you hit the ground running, like now you know, like I said before, where we're trying to go in for more Dutch players, is proof of concept. It was an idea. You were a good player in Eredivisie, so you figure, well, if I come to the Championship, maybe I could be good as well. But you come here, and then you are good because you've done it, and you figured out, okay, I need to do this, I need to bulk up, strength training, all that shit, and then you do that, and you prove yourself in this league. But now you know what it is. You can figure, okay, now I know what I need to do. I can do what I did last season and then go further and improve. Not only about that, but now we've got Nisbet, and whatever new other players we're signing. If the squad improves greatly, I mean, how great can Zian Flemming get next season? Not only that, but if he sticks around and we do actually do something for the league next season, that's going to be attached to him as well. Surely he's going to, if for us to do well, he's going to have to do well, and that success will get tagged onto him. If we get into the playoffs, if we win the playoffs, if we, God forbid, win the league, if we go second and get promoted, And then obviously he'll be a Premier League player anyway, so maybe he'll want to stay, or maybe he'll think, okay, if he gets off better clubs, bigger clubs, that will probably actually stay in the Premier League. But we'll see. Like, it's all, but I would say he can do better than Burnley. And I would say just give it one more season at Millwall, see where you are. Yeah, but like I said, they put this out at 5 p.m. They were the first ones to do it. There's nothing really there. It's like they're planning to make a move. Well, we're getting rumours everywhere. So we've made this team have made the bid, this bid, that bid, whatever, and they're just saying, oh, they're thinking of making a bid. How is that news? But yeah, like I said, they put it out at 5 p.m. They know everyone's going to be on the train or driving home, whatever, getting out of school, getting out of college, going on their phones, seeing this story being linked around, clicking on it, and then you see the ads, and that's how it works, isn't it? That is how it works. So, doesn't mean it's not true though. Could be true. Now, moving on to this from londonnewsonline.co.uk. South London Press is online website. Millwall new signing Kevin Nisbet shows desire to get down to work with new club, set to join the Spanish training camp early. So yeah, obviously all these international players being given the option to take a week off, an extra week. But I think because he's come from the Scottish League, I think the Scottish League wrapped up earlier than the English League, so I think he did already have plenty of holiday. So no surprise that he's saying, yeah, it's alright, I can come. I don't have to have an extra week off. Millwall new boy Kevin Nisbet has decided he wants to link up with Millwall at the start of their pre-season training camp in Spain. The Lions international players have been handed later return dates, with George Saville and Tom Bradshaw both on duty for Northern Ireland and Wales, respectively. Romain Esse is also featured for under-18s, but the young winger did not have the first team exertions that Saville and Bradshaw had in the last campaign. Yeah, because he's coming off the bench for like 5 minutes at a time. Nisbet came off the bench in Scotland's Euro 2024 qualifier win over Georgia earlier this week. Millwall signed the striker from Hibernian for a seven-figure fee before the transfer window opened. Most of the internationals will meet us out in Spain at our pre-season camp, Wright told the South London. Nisbet wanted to come out a little bit earlier, so he'll fly out straight away with the team. We'll probably get a few more extra days off than the others, because he hasn't had much of a break. It's great he came on and made another international appearance. It looked like a really interesting game. And he's part of a Scotland squad that are doing quite well, really well. Having won their first games in the Euro qualifiers, I'm sure it's good to be a part of. He'll come into our group full of confidence and try and hit the ground running. We look forward to working with him. Yes. Scotland have hit the ground running, and one of the major features of that is not only, well, not Kevin Nisbet because he's sub both games, but the other target that they're all trying to get, Lyndon Dykes. I don't know if we're still in with him or whether it was we have money for Nisbet and we have money for Dykes. We don't have money for Nisbet and Dykes. I don't know what's going on. But so yeah, if we could get Dykes and Nisbet and have them playing quite well with each other, we could have the Scottish forward line playing for Millwall, which would be interesting. So yeah, but Nisbet, no days off, bro. It's every day, bro. There you go. And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.